Hi, I'm Debbie Timmons, Editor-in-Chief of TheAverageGamer.com. I'm here today to give you a bunch of tips and tricks on console games. First thing you should do when you get started is learn how the controls handle and how they feel. To do that, pick one of the best teams like Barcelona. Play them against the rubbish teams like maybe one of the Irish teams. If you play those offline a few times, you should get a pretty good feel for how the game works. When it comes to a match, possession is 90% of winning. What you want to do is hang on to the ball. Make sure you pass rather than trying to sprint constantly. When it comes to passing, don't be afraid to go for the short pass instead of the long pass. It's far more difficult for your opposition to intercept a short pass. When it comes to more advanced multiplayer tactics, one of the most annoying things that can happen is you get a time waster who just starts bouncing the ball around between his goalies and his defenders. One of the tips I've picked up from the experts is get your goalie, get him to peg it towards the opponents. Most of the time, they'll panic and they'll go off and try and attack, and that's when you've got them. When it comes to defense, learn to jockey. Instead of relying on the defensive pressing by holding down the A button, use the left trigger and A to jockey your opponents. You stand a better chance of getting the ball back off them. Another tip for defense. If you're in midfield, then it's okay to press A and X to bring one of your defenders in to help get the ball. On the other hand, if they're past midfield, don't do it. You'll leave a giant gaping hole in your defense and they'll probably go through and score. A tip I've heard for attacking is to use the layoffs. When you're 25 yards from the goal, press LT to call in one of your mates. When he gets nearby, press LT and A to pass it to him, and he stands a much better chance of scoring than you did. Those are my tips for FIFA 11. I'm Debbie Timmons from The Average Gamer. I'd also like to thank the EA forums and the guys from citizengame.co.uk for helping me out with this.